Retro.
Huh.
The summer
Yeah.
is over. We must put away our summer stuff.
So
Like
true.
the song of the summer, Banana Road by Hot Dad.
You
And
know,
now it's
I
the
know that
time.
reference now.
It's very good. It was the song of the summer. I don't know how you could have missed it. It was on every radio station.
So true.
And now is
I
the time for spooky, scary things.
so true. I also have already ordered a copy of Over the Garden Wall because
So
like
good.
every year its existence goes into jeopardy, it seems. And I did not want to be beholden to the streaming gods. So that will be swiftly in the mail, probably from some sketchy outlet, but
Hell yeah.
fall.
One of my favorite movies is called Noriko's Dinner Table. That's what it is in English. It's a Japanese film.
Sure.
And it was so hard to get a hold of, I had to resort to like eBay. And the first copy I bought of it was in French. Like the subtitles were all in French. There was no English subtitles. And eventually I was able to get my hands on it, but I was like, I have at least justified having a downloaded copy. Like having a digital copy, but I have at least paid for it. So
That's legit. Yeah.
just I've locked it down. I'm good. But yeah.
You gotta do that sometimes. The whole physical media thing, like sometimes you just want to have a digital thing. But even just buying it, I don't even know how Apple does it anymore, but it used to be just like through iTunes, and it was like locked into that ecosystem still. So if that ecosystem went down, you would still lose it. I don't get it. Just let me have my goods.
That's it. Just want the stuff.
Also, with it going into the yay October RIP summer, Steph's birthday was recent, and very much enjoys having candles around the house, you know, things that smell nice. And I know back in August, I guess, the pumpkin apparently there's a thing called Code Orange where the autumn things start getting released, or like pumpkin spice gets released. So it's a Code Orange situation. So a while back I was like, cool, I'll go get some, like, I love fall, so I was like, I'll get the fall smelling candles, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, someone made a passing joke that there's, I don't know what it is, but I can put it in the Discord later, but there's a scented candle company that is supposed to be reminiscent of Disney parks, right? There's a few of them. And Steph was jokingly was like, oh, autumn on Main Street. And I was just like, that'd be freaking funny. Because she's like, I'm not a Disney adult. I don't care. I'm not going. I don't need to. It's whatever. But food and wine is cool. Well, I got it for her. It's incredible. It's my favorite candle.
Nice.
Like the bit, like it would have been funny. Like it would have been like just as fine if it was horrible. But it is such a good freaking candle. I also got a Hocus Pocus one just because the autumn vibes. If there was a Halloween town, that would have been a no-brainer purchase. But yeah, autumn on Main Street is very, very good.
Noted. I'll update the wiki.
Oh, Pirate. I have the auction, but I probably told y'all my Pirate of the Caribbean story when my friend and I almost went kaput. But yeah, pineapple Dole Whip. Oh my god. Okay, this is spoopy season with bodies that are empty.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We've been chatting for a minute. We'll bring it into the game.
Did you like my really subtle segue?
It was good. I was gonna make a statement on the physical media by saying, like, you know what else is physical? Bodies. So this is Hollowbody. I'm gonna take a quick look at this. Gonna turn on sicko mode. I don't know what hold subtitles means. Okay, we'll find out. So this is Hollowbody. This game came out... Boy, I should have written this down. A month or so ago. It is a game by I believe it's Headwear Games, solo dev studio that has also made 2 games. Like, I think Guard Story is one of them, and then the other one is Chasing Static. I played the Chasing Static. It was okay. I think that it has like a really strong premise and good vibes, and I kind of got lost in the story, but I'm really interested to see what he's done with Hollowbody, because it feels like it's a little bit more focused and guided. Yeah, there's, again, like, not a whole lot, because this is a solo dev team and he's put out a few things, but you know, a decent name in the horror community, but not putting out enough or big enough games that he's a huge deal yet. I think Hollowbody has been pretty well received, so I'm hoping more people will look to this game. Let's go ahead and jump into it just to get started, and then we'll talk a little bit about like what this game is and what we think it's trying to do. We'll do the intended experience. I've played quite a few Silent Hill games, so I imagine it's probably manageable. In the mid-21st century, a catastrophic incident unfolded along the western coast of the British Isles. A suspected bioterrorism attack of unknown origins, targeting one of the numerous British cities long since plagued by economic hardship and depravity. As panic swept the nation, authorities and private security firms raced against time to evacuate the fortunate few deemed high-value citizens to the neighboring city of Aeonis?
Sure.
That's what we're saying.
I feel good about it.
I don't. A sprawling metropolis constructed atop a man-made landmass floated in the expanse of the North Atlantic Ocean. Fearing the unchecked contagion would spread, towering walls were erected around the western cities, sealing them off from the rest of civilization. Weeks of relentless orbital strikes rained down on what were once bustling urban centers, incinerating any vestiges of hope for those abandoned within the quarantine zone. 6 long decades have passed since the fall of the western cities, while many who suffered strive to forget, there are still those fighting for answers and justice.
So, Sasha, time to spill the beans.
Huh?
Yo, we gotta walk and talk.
What's your trauma?
What's your trauma?
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Come on, we've all got one. Signing up with an underfunded group of activists, pushing back against. You don't make a call like that without some kind of beef. Personally, mine's pretty vanilla. They took my son.
Oh, gee. Really? I'm sorry.
That's public schools for you. Kid fell into the wrong group, got offered a way out. He signed up 2 years ago now.
That's what I was thinking on Secret Crush. Who's got just one?
Yeah, I raised him.
Catch 'em all.
Than that, or at least I thought so. Fucking parasites always find a way in. Fill the kids' heads with lies.
I'm looking for answers. My mother was one of the kids that made it out. Her parents weren't so lucky. We all know someone screwed up. That much they couldn't hide. I'm just sick of no one being held accountable.
Right, hence this team. You wanted to get close, start at the source and work your way back.
Yeah, something like that. She passed 2 months back now. I guess this is just my way of making sense of that.
I'm sorry. It's an all too familiar story. We're among friends here. We'll get answers no matter what.
I hope so.
I'm so glad there's voice acting in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this is a reuse of assets or if this is supposed to be tied to Chasing Static, but some of the stuff does feel like it was in Chasing Static, and I'm all for just reusing assets. I don't need things to be repeated, or like, I don't need a series to be a continuation. But I am kind of curious if this is going to be a thing that's like, oh, if you played our previous game, it, you know, you'll get little tidbits. Aw, dead whales.
Yeah.
Or dinosaurs.
Fish.
Would I? Absolutely not.
Hey guys. No
It seems
Mark?
like a lot of work.
He said he was heading back here. Had to ask you about something?
Yeah, he's not here. I mean, obviously. Mark! Sonny! Got a job to do here.
You didn't say anything else? No, he just bailed halfway up the hill.
Yeah, I'll be around somewhere. Sasha, why don't you check along the beach whilst we finish setting up here? Kid's probably off taking a dump or something.
Sure, I'm on it.
Bunch of dead fish. Got fixed camera angles. That's very exciting.
Lady Hearth.
So this game,
Get yourself lost too.
am I not allowed to go in here? Yeah, it's legal. It's fine.
Would you do the English accents if there were no voice acting? Hinton has a very important question.
I would not, because that's a lot of work.
Being English.
Yeah. Like, I can do okay with a few different voices in just my dialect, but I don't think I could keep track of multiple characters
Oh yeah.
with different
I can't
types
even
of
keep
British
an accent
accents.
straight. I'll just bedazzle it.
There was a path up over here. So Retro, this game seems really inspired by Silent Hill. And
Yeah.
I'm curious what your experience with Silent Hill is.
So my experience, it terrified me when I was younger. It wasn't a game that I would play or probably
Hello?
like sit around with anyone.
Mark? Damn. Where could he have gone?
I mean, I sat with my best friend and he played through Resident Evil 4, but that's definitely a different beast.
Yes.
But that tells you like where I'm at, right? A little bit.
Mark!
But so
Hello?
I didn't really experience
Mark,
Silent
come
Hill
on.
until
We've got a job to do.
we got a job to do, Mark. Until well into my 20s or maybe 30s. I don't know how the passage of time works. But Nina Marie and Mary Kish streamed all the Resident Evils and Silent Hills. So in that weird hodgepodge of time, I remember seeing it. I know that some puzzles can be obtuse. I understand the metaphors that are being made in the game and some of those narratives, but like definitely at arm distance, but I can already tell that some of the language of how this game communicates is very similar to Silent Hill, particularly with its UI, or at least what we've seen thus far.
There's a funny little glitch that I want to point out real quick. If I just tap backwards, she just keeps backing up. Don't know why. Just find it funny.
Sometimes you just gotta back it up.
But okay, so you haven't really played them, but you've watched.
Yeah, but like, and with that, like, my retention is far less than it would be had I played it.
Sure. Unsecret Crush says, I rented the original Silent Hill and tried playing it, but got too scared, and so I made my high school boyfriend play it at my house. Never got the ending, though. I kind of think I printed out a game fact for it.
Hello? Mark?
That sounds about right. Like, the first time I played Silent Hill, I did okay until I got to the school, and then I was like, this is rough. And then I went to, like, the dark version of the school, and I just immediately put it down and didn't play it for years.
Also, like, this premise, like, I like that they established this character immediately being like, hey, you want to find answers, that's why you joined this team. But all of this is, like, believable, and then Mark just, like, potentially going to take a dump somewhere, and now I'm in a cave. I'm like, no. We should have asked some questions before we got here, into this Elden Ring hole. Oh my god.
Do you think the tutorial's down there?
Yeah. I do. I do think the tutorial's down there.
Girls wasting all her flares.
Oh, god. Is that the guy from Crow Country?
Maybe.
Oh my god, the nostalgia-fueled horror universe is all connected.
Meek, my guy pulled through. He's got the pass. You sure you want to do this?
She's still out there, Tax. Somewhere. Scared and alone.
I get it, Meek. You got about 24 hours before the clearance gets flagged. You missed that window, and I got 2 lost friends. My guy's waiting on the east sheet, Borough 7 near the underpass. Once he's flashed the clearance mod on your hover, he'll set you up with some blocker fluid. You'll need to take it when you're about an hour from the city limits. I'll keep you on contact, but you know as well as me, anything happens
Such a
out
weird
there, and you're on your own.
juxtaposition.
Last chance, Meek. You sure this is the right call?
She's coming home, Tax.
I like the snatcher perspective too in the car. But so many like cool colors and like crisp edges compared to like the beach and all that like pale, muted, sandy forms.
Yeah. Hey, Silver.
And like I've only seen a few screenshots, because I remember when this game was about to release, I was like, how do they not have any, like, when I first saw the screenshots, I'm like, how do they not have UI? And then I, like, dumb here was like, oh, I see what we're doing. That is the user interface, is not what we're playing.
Warning, severe weather conditions identified.
You think? What gave it away?
Several of my atmospheric sensors are reading concerning levels.
That was a rhetorical question, Beeb.
I recommend that we establish a safe landing zone with the utmost urgency.
It's alright, we will. We're about 3 miles out from where Sasha was posted. You think you can hold on?
There is a statistical probability that ignoring these warnings may result in an incident with fatal repercussions. Sorry, I'm unable to process your request. The root function
Beep.
termination is protected and will require administrator.
Shit. Fuck!
I mean, that could have gone a lot worse.
Mm-hmm. Imagine if it was a Cybertruck. Yeah, Silver, I agree that the caption placement is kind of rough. I also kind of wonder if it is messing with something, like trying to mess with, this is incredibly Resident Evil. Like if it is trying to present something while obfuscating something. I tried to call for help, but my radio couldn't catch a signal through the storm. Sasha was out there somewhere. If we were to stand any chance of getting out of here, I need an evac plan. I had to find a vantage point, someplace high enough to get a signal through on my radio, and call for help.
That window has a light on and I don't like it.
This wasn't over. Good luck with your meeting, Silver.
Yes, good luck. And the horrors persist. And so do I.
Tax. Tax. Do you copy?
Okay, so let's... How do I get to my inventory? Apparently I don't.
We got a flashlight.
I got a flashlight. I can kick a rock.
Oh, interesting. The system critical is on you.
Yeah, so I kind of wonder if, like, that is a thing of, like, you can't check your inventory because technology or something.
Yeah.
I know that this was part of a demo that they put out. I don't remember if it was on Steam or if it was a Kickstarter thing, but kind of interested to see how this changes from what was originally put out. A medical repair spray has been left in the back of an ambulance.
Thank God nanotech.
Okay. Well, look at this. Gone. We came kind of equipped. That's exciting. Okay. Lock on.
Ooh, you got
We
to
got-
stomp.
We got a dedicated stomp button. I didn't read a bunch of that. I kind of just stopped at stomp. But alright. That's a fun little UI thing. That stuff has completely consumed this old car. Oh, that's nice. Got a little digital map. Oh, I'll Sasha's letter. Okay. Micah, honey, you might want to be sitting down for this one. I took the job. I know how you feel. I care about how you feel, but this is too important to me. I'm losing sleep. We might have to do this where it's not raining. It's a cool effect, but it kind of makes it hard to read sometimes. I'm losing sleep over this shit. I keep running it through my head over and over, and each time I feel like there's a missing piece. You said you didn't understand, but I don't need you to understand. I just need you to know that this isn't about you and me or some one-way trip. I'm not going to die. I'm going because I need to know something. The team's all checked out. We've got a way in and an afternoon to find something concrete. We'll be in and out before you know it, and this whole thing will be just another job. Please don't hate me. I love you. Big robot.
Is it from Titanfall?
Maybe. It's an industrial mech. An old industrial mech sits lifeless, collapsed into a residential building. Stop moving the camera. I want to look at the model. Kind of got a Leon S. Kennedy look from Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people talk about this game as a PlayStation 1, but I kind of feel like this is more PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like there's more polygons and things are not nearly as rough, which, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's like end of life PlayStation 1 style aesthetics, but
Yeah, it definitely feels far more high fidelity than like Metal Gear. But I guess Metal Gear was not super early. That was what, 97?
that sounds right. It looks like the street was intentionally closed off, but what were they trying to keep out? Never mind. I need to get a signal through to Tax. I think I saw an alley leading to an apartment block back by that rusty mech.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry I'm so quiet, but I'm really interested. I'm always interested in sound and how games like just subtly communicate with the player. And with this being Silent Hill, a little psychological survivor horror probably going on here. Sound I feel like is such a major component to like cultivating the vibe.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
just having those footprints and then the music and thunder. I haven't noticed any like that much environmental. That would be like the scary bit, like threat, I guess.
Kind of feel like
yeah. Physics.
Kind of. They sort of seem to just sort of snap back into play. Ah, that one's swinging. Hell yeah. I kind of feel like the scary stuff is very different in this game than it is from Silent
look at the
Hill.
smudge.
Yeah.
We have to go. Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Can I climb?
Like, I'm gonna move this dumpster instead of look for the front door.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if we find the front door, if it's locked. But it is funny that we see this before we see the front door. Alright, that is not the entrance.
Oh.
Where are you? Just a corpse? You gonna be cool?
Just a corpse.
Harry Tyndale? Man. I'm gonna take your bullets, Harry. Thanks, Harry. Wonder if that is a reference to Harry from... Whoa, is the stream okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I wonder if that is a reference to Harry Mason, who was the character in Silent Hill 1.
Oh.
Or maybe Harry and the Hendersons. I don't know.
Find a way up to the roof.
Okay. Gotta get to that roof. Various old boxes, paint cans, junk. Oh, a pickup. What do I got? Gator House Register has been added to documents. A list of residents found in Gator House. Some names appear to be moniker. This document must predate the Citizens EID scheme. Got solely... Oh, this is backers. I talked much about it. This game was on... I don't know if I paid enough to put my name in here. Doesn't matter. This game was funded via Kickstarter. After the dev put out a bunch of stuff about like proposal, art style, aesthetics, general ideas for the game. It was a really we used to be happy. It was a really successful Kickstarter. Expanding phone. And I hope that this is like, I hope it was really useful for him, and hopefully next time can get maybe a bit more funding from, I don't know, part of me is like, it would be good to have funding from publishers, but I also am aware that that like comes with requirements, and I don't know how involved the dev wants people to be in the making of his games.
Yeah.
Right. So Micah looks at items.
I would assume this game has sold really well for only being out, but we'll say 3 weeks. And it has over 800 Steam reviews.
Nice.
Which, like, is not indicative of anything in itself. Like, there's not a concrete thing, but there's, like, an algorithm that, depending on the type of game, between, like, 20... It'll scale, right? Depending on the style. But between 20 and, like, 60 players will buy the game, and one will review it for that genre. So, like, for it only being out 3 weeks, that's pretty great. Like, I mean, could the number always be higher? Sure. But to be like a solo dev and kind of hit it out of the park, I would say this is a success for sure.
Oh, look at this TV.
Incredible.
Yeah, there is a Twitter account that does a lot. I mean, there are multiple Twitter accounts that are dedicated to like indie game development. And I've seen people stumping for this game, but there is a account that does horror games in particular, like indie horror games. And I know that the guy who runs it has like really been promoting this game, has been really fond of it. That seems bad. There's something pierced through their stomach. I guess they got on the wrong side of someone with nothing to lose. And so like that has been kind of cool, seeing people support and like advertise for this game.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, this has extreme like Silent Hill 2 apartments vibes. I also appreciate that the doors let us know before we get there that they are locked, so we don't have to check every single one.
Yeah. I also, like, I didn't realize, I guess my eyes glazed over looking at the impending horrors of Hollowbody, but I didn't realize that there was such a emphasis on like this future setting, I guess. This
Yeah.
alternate path, like with the floating cart. Like I saw it on the Steam page and I was like, is this from the right game? And I had to read it twice to verify.
Yeah,
It felt so out
they...
of place to my unknowing knowledge, you know?
Well, I feel like a lot of media would either go, like, hard into sci-fi and, like, really lean in and have everything be really futuristic, or they would just be like, we're not doing this, we're setting it in a very grounded world. But this game feels like it has an interesting approach of, like, we are going to have technology. It is going to be, like, both helpful and harmful, you know, with them talking about how, like, we have to take... Hello. We have to take a certain medicine so that we can't be tracked.
Yeah.
And I think that it's kind of interesting seeing that used in a way that feels a bit more considerate of how they are using science fiction in their game. Newspaper, November 16th.
Not all the filigree, right? Like it's just cool and aesthetic. Like there's a weight to it.
Right. It would be really easy to just be like... And I also think that, like, Star Wars is something that kind of does this, because Star Wars was created before we had, like, the internet. So in the world of Star Wars, they don't have search engines. They have to search for things like you would in a library in the 70s.
Yeah.
Which has always been something I thought was really cool, and I'm really glad, to my knowledge, that they haven't changed that. Because I'm like, that is a really fun little kitsch of, like, using technology to just, like, refine what you have, but not fundamentally changing it.
Right.
Social enrichment charity Sherwood announced monumental investment to revamp Barnston's infrastructure and economy. None of these places are real. Barnston, November 19th, 2063, in a groundbreaking move set to redefine Barnston's landscape. Sherwood, a philanthropic organization, has declared plans for a transformative investment aimed at revitalizing the city's infrastructure. The initiative aims to usher in a new era of prosperity, promising job opportunities and modern transit systems in a city marred by economic struggles and social changes. In a statement released by Sherwood CEO Sarah Reynolds, the organization expressed its commitment to fostering positive change. We believe that every community deserves a chance to thrive. Our investment in Barnston aims to create a sustainable and vibrant future for its residents by addressing the systemic issues that have held the city back for far too long. The announcement sparked enthusiasm among residents, businesses, and officials. Mayor Robert Thompson hailed it as a turning point, welcoming Sherwood's commitment to the transformative potential. Sherwood's plan not only underscores their dedication to social welfare, but also highlights the potential for private entities to play a pivotal role in uplifting communities facing socioeconomic challenges. As plans unfold, anticipation mounts for the monumental changes that lie ahead for the city of Barnsdale. For inquiries or statements regarding the ongoing project, please contact Sherwood Estate Management Ltd at... and then it goes on. Alright, so I wonder if we have our umbrella. Super love that right off the bat they're just like, yeah, it kind of sucks having private companies be in charge of taking care of city infrastructure. Maybe don't do it.
Weird.
Jesus.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Oh. Buddy's busy playing Hitman in VR. Key card is grasped in the body hand.
A health spray in his arm? Or is that a bad thing?
Could be. There's nothing left but the sorry corpse of an addict. I get it. Hitman's a good game. It's really hard to put it down.
What if the game was referring to VR? Not the needle in his arm.
Yeah, the actual villain is the Quest Meta Quest headset, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh god, your shadow scared me.
She comments on every sync. Which I find
thought it was you investigating.
From the inventory, select use. Okay.
Babe, are you sure you're alright? You've not touched your dinner.
I'm not hungry.
Did you guys eat after work? Or...
I'm not hungry.
Oh, come on, you didn't take your lunch with you today. You have to eat something.
Get out.
What?
Take a walk. Give me some fucking space.
Honey, you're scaring me. Please tell me what's wrong. We can work this out.
I'm fine. I'm not hungry. I need some space.
Maybe this construction job wasn't such a great idea.
Take a walk.
It's raining out. Where can I go?
I said, take a walk.
This is our home. I live here.
Get the fuck out of my house.
I just got an achievement, and apparently I missed the first signal. So we will have to... I'd say keep our eye out, but I think that you just have to, like, wander around and stand in the right spot and hear the radio go off.
Yeah.
Nope, I've already seen this, thank you.
See it again.
Compliment her dress. God, the wallpaper. It's super 60s, 70s style wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to go this way. It's all boarded up. Okay. It's kind of wild that they start us off with a gun. Usually you don't get a weapon until you're about to fight something. So now I'm kind of unsure as to, like, well, when are we going to run into an enemy? We're fair game. Sink. Can't reach it with my bare hands.
Do you want to do that?
Oh, hey, buddy.
The neck? The neck there?
Yeah. Acute dehydration. Man, I don't know. That neck seems kind of long and probably broken.
Dehydrated? The neck was dehydrated, and that's how. Is it brittle?
Hey Silver, welcome back. Yeah, we were saying that we felt like this was probably more of a PS2 style game. Like the fidelity seems really strong. There's so many more polygons. Okay, so let's see. I really wish it told me what room this is, but okay. We know if we go down a floor, there will be something here, although we might be able to get it if we have something like a stick. Alright. So new objective, get stick. Alright, there was this one door over here that was locked, and I wonder if that's what we used the card on. I guess there were two.
Punch it.
Two, three. This is 2, 4. Yeah. It's a Silent Hill, like, you gotta be jumping down.
I mean, there's a couch down there.
Is that a missile?
Yeah. Well, they said that they were doing, like, bombardments, right?
They did.
Oh. What's that sound? Is that the signal?
I don't think so. Phone. That's a good ringtone.
Hello? Is anyone there?
You don't belong here. Should have stayed where it's warm. Like little sparrow.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Patience, baby bird. You've barely spread your wings.
How is this line still active?
Something you refuse to deny.
Why are you talking like that?
This is my home. This was always my home.
Right.
There's a bone limits. Concrete and dirt. Sickness till death.
Yeah, this is a waste of my time. I'm hanging up.
Watch out for the strays. They haven't had a proper meal in weeks.
Creepy fucking robot.
Oh, it's our safe place. Alright.
Cool. That was a nice reveal, too.
Yeah. Let's save in the missile room. Maybe all of our save rooms will have missiles in them.
So. Stop stomping! So danger. I think they use the same designer.
Oh, hi.
Hated that. I was gonna say it's RE8.
If I was a bazillionaire, I would buy mommy a new daddy and get pizza every day. That's a lot of daddies if you're getting one every day. I cannot rotate the image.
Is that a dinosaur book?
Kind of looked like it. Oh.
Those dinosaurs?
What do you mean resident? I don't see anybody. Charlie Garl. Inspiration pneumonia. Wow. Micah, I don't think anybody's sleeping here. Oh. Yeah. You never know when you're going to need a hammer.
You might need to hang a painting later. Always be daddy.
Always be daddy. Okay, it's a mirror. As I was walking away, I was like, wait, is that a symbol?
Yeah, I was the same.
Alright, let's leave the safety of our missile room and see what's on this floor. What do you mean it won't open? Can we come in here? This radiator appears to be damaged. Yes. And I just so happen to have a new hammer. Oh, there we go. I love an old hammer that's good for breaking stuff.
She's a quick study there.
Yeah. She's got them hammer swinging muscles. Oh, that looks like health. Hell yeah. Or bullets. Could be either. Sean Booley. Classified. What were you doing here, Sean? Portable cell battery sits wired into a broken diagnostic device. Gotta get Sean a new battery. I don't know how well it's coming through on the stream, but there's like a persistent, deep, low hum going on. It's very good.
It kind of reminds me of like a sound you hear if you have like noise canceling headphones on and you like take one off, but like you don't have any audio playing, or like a seashell type, like kind of just. I mean, it's different frequencies, I guess, but that kind of like it's negating everything else around. It's just like it sounds like air moving.
Yeah.
Like a tube.
I was gonna kind of compare it to like a piece of media where they're on a spaceship and you have just that constant sound of the engine.
Like a tube.
What is... Yeah. Look, I know that this is council housing, but like the layout of these apartments is atrocious.
Yes.
You gotta go through the kids' room to get to the parents' room. Is there nothing in here?
I lived in a house once that you could walk through the master bedroom closet into the laundry room, and I thought that was so cool.
That is pretty cool.
Like when we moved, I was like younger. I was like, what?
You know what? Let's go to that one room and get that key.
Do you know where that is in relation to where we are?
I'm gonna take a left, and it should be the last door on my right.
Okay.
Who is it? Alright, so they've given us a weapon. So let's have that bad boy. Yep. Hi, buddy. Good news, we can walk and have our gun up. Dang. I feel like we're kind of good. Let's go kick it. Welcome to Silent Hill. Alright. Well, we're fair game now. Graduation. Okay. Oh, kick ahead. Can I kick it again? Kind of.
Can we Skyrim it?
Maybe. Nah. Her gritty isn't clean enough. A young woman celebrating a birthday. She looks like she has a kid. Can't be more than 3 or 4 years old. Are we gonna have to do math for this? 3 girls at a university graduation. One of them appears to be heavily pregnant.
That's a funny Photoshop. Like a comical. Or like what it posed.
Yeah.
Because like your bod can be like that, but like your boobs would also be bigger. Like just everything's bigger. You know?
She ain't got no Hollowbody. Alright, so we gotta figure out how old this kid is, and then we can probably guess when this lady was graduating. Letter from First Plus Health UK confirming Helen Bridges' new patient details. Her name is listed alongside the date of birth of 4th of October 2025. Okay. $2025. I don't know if we have enough information to solve this yet.
But you're 18 when you graduate high school, theoretically.
I don't know if this is... I thought this was college.
Trying it. So it'd be 2043. Just
University.
try it.
2043. Okay.
Was... Oh, wait, was it? Did it say university?
It did.
Okay, then add 4. So 2047. Damn. But... yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay. University diploma hangs on the wall. No date of when that was awarded. that would be helpful. Okay, so she's 30. Child is... okay.
Mormon.
More math. Nope, I need to read that. Okay, so 55 minus
2051 or 2052?
a...
I forgot about the 30th birthday. Ah.
It's also kind of odd because I mean, it works.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of an odd way to get to it, but the puzzle works.
Right. You could get a light bulb in a can, so...
Yep. I think we were heading this way. This door is blocked. Okay, so we are going to have to find something long to get that key. Is that a glowing box? Oh, baby. I really appreciate that they just give you a stomp button.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing that you have in Silent Hill. Like, you stomp as an attack, but you don't have a dedicated button to it. Which I find lacking.
What's happening in the toilet?
Not totally sure. Yeah, stuff's everywhere. Kind of curious what's going on with these red lamps. It may just be atmospheric stuff, but they stand out. I mean, they also, like, bombed these people.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Locking people off and starting them is bad, but also, like, you know, war crimes.
Yeah. I would say all of this is, it doesn't... It's a militant quarantine versus, like, I don't know, humanity first. But we, I guess, don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, it's still a little unclear.
Yeah, but they also defo bombed people.
I've been thinking recently about how wild it is. Oh, hello. The amount of media that has come out in the past 4 years that is about epidemics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, okay. It is just very wild to me that we are making media about this stuff while we are still in a pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, like, in 2020 when shows shut down and they all decided to open back up, and later 2020 or 2021, they were like, well, we're a firefighter show, we'll just wear masks. Like we're in it, because we're in it. And I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, I recently finished How High We Go in the Dark, which is a collection of short stories from different people as they live through. You know what? I'm going to try melee combat. I'm curious what that is like. Okay, I don't seem to have a charge attack. What a jerk. And so there's a lot of, like, processing the trauma of, like, losing loved ones and having to deal with this horrible disease. And it's really good. It's very hopeful, but I was also just kind of surprised that it just came out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of feel like we have not done reflections on our current epidemic. Video phone.
Can you stop him?
Come on, girl. You can move those. Come on, Micah. Please. Well, we got some bullets out of the deal.
Please.
Also, I just really like this. Oh, that's what it is. I can quick swap between melee and ranged weapons.
That's nice.
That quick swap feature is so nice. Have I been in here? Yes. So I guess maybe we need to go up again? Can we go back up? We should probably save anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check on the dogs real quick. There is a sound.
Fair enough. I'm gonna figure out if we can climb this missile. We cannot. We found this key. Spare gate. Okay, so let's look around and see if we can find a gate at the end of any of these hallways. That one is locked. I think we need to get the battery charged up for that one. This looks like a door that would use a key. Success. Welcome back. Okay, so we are back on the second floor.
Were we able to crawl through the hole?
We were not. We used that key to unlock the gate that let us go back into the hallway.
Gotcha. Okay.
I wonder if the hammer is long enough for us to get that one key. Let's go check it out. Also, this area probably has enemies now. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so that is not long enough.
What about your bat?
Yeah, usually they don't let you use weapons as tools, which I think is foolish, but I also get why they do it. Okay. So... we've got a locked door up here. 2.4. I wonder if we missed something, or... if we just need to go back into the rooms and check them out again. I think this is the Hitman room. Yep.
Oh.
I guess... what's up?
What was that meh, meh, meh sound?
I heard it too.
Light?
I
Oh, is it the light flickering?
think it
Like
was
the
the light
fluorescent?
flickering. So the one thing that we have that is different now is we have this battery. The casing is damaged and leaking battery acid. So I'm not totally sure what to do with that.
That feels like an explosive we shoot. From my gaming experience.
Start a lithium battery fire. I don't know. Part of me is like, we need to find a way to repair it or get a new one, because I feel like that would let us progress through that one gate. You know what? I'm going to check the hall really quick and make sure that we can't go up to another floor. Nope, sure can.
Great.
So if we pull up the map... I don't think we can check out other... floors. I'm trying to figure out what this arrow is. Let's go back down. Alright, is that arrow here? It is.
Ah. Interesting.
And I'm pretty sure that that's where Sean is.
Oh, is it the guy sitting?
Yeah. Huh, okay. We went in there.
Next one? And we came through this door, right?
We came through the hole in the wall. It's a little bit after.
Oh,
this
you're right, you're right. Oh, this is the, okay.
And now I'm really anxious because I'm like, well, I feel like they've been doing a really good job showing us where items are. Like, nothing is really obscured.
Mm-hmm.
But we went through a lot of rooms where I feel like we didn't find anything. And so now I'm like, do we have to go back through all of these?
Maybe. Does this whole game take place in this building? Do you know?
I don't think so. We have a door on the floor above us that is locked that we can't get into. Alright, what's in this room? Anything behind the radiator? Nope. Okay. Right. Pretty sure there's nothing in here.
I should really start, like, when you're playing, I should just draw my own little map with my annotations, because I'm finding with, like, some games I'm like, oh, okay, but, like, this is, like, a game and its communication's really different from what I have experience playing, and I'm finding that, especially with this being very samey-ish, like, there's no color palette. I mean, there's, like, wallpaper patterns that I have not been paying attention enough to isolate from each other.
Yeah, and they're not... None of them feel different enough to be like, oh, this is, like, the orange room, and this is the green room. It's just like, this is the squares room, this is the pentagon room, this is... I think that there was another one that had weird geometric patterns. Okay, nothing left in the safe.
Yeah, I feel like I need my own little notes, because I feel so helpless when you're like, oh, doing whatever. I'm like, yeah, I don't know where to go.
This is kind of the, what am I looking at? Oh, is it the photos? Yeah, okay. This is kind of, a part of Resident Evil, Silent Hill style games of just like, you're gonna get lost and you're gonna miss things, and so then you're gonna have to spend time going back and forth and figuring out, what did you miss? What can you do to fix it?
So what's our inventory?
Yeah, our inventory is gun, bullets, stabby, hitty stabby, radio, lighter, which I haven't tried using. We got health spray, which I think is interesting. They call it repair spray. We have the room key to room 2.3. We have a claw hammer. Damaged battery.
We haven't used the battery, right?
We haven't.
Okay. And then we just have locked bedroom. So if we look at our map now, we have locked doors that are like bedrooms, right? Or apartments.
So a lot of these are barred off. I guess the one at the end is... Oh, you know what? Let's go check. I don't know. Part of me wonders if I could use the hammer to pull boards off the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But part of me is also like, they said... They were talking about reaching it. You know, I can't reach it with just my hand, which also makes me think that, like, oh, we're supposed to go get something really long.
Can you...
Yeah, okay.
There's still... We haven't gotten through the gate, right? With the foam in it?
I don't think we have. Let's go check on that.
Can we try the lighter, maybe? To see if... I mean, I guess it's flame retardant foam generally, but...
Yeah, we can try some stuff. It's... Like, I'm starting to run out of ideas, so eventually it's going to be... What if we leave the apartment complex, which I don't actually think is the solution?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait. Okay, this is where we came from. Let's go find the foam. Oh, you know what? Ask.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Good job.
It. Yeah, because it's leaking, right? It's like broken.
Right. Can you open it?
Oh, you probably have to walk around and unlock it, or can you lock it from this side?
I guess this key was just for the first floor.
That's so weird that there is an audio line there. Huh.
I feel like there has to be something, though, right? Like, there has to be something else we can do.
Right.
Why would you have us do, like, half the puzzle?
Okay, so I think that the key is the key that we see on this floor. So that I feel like that means that what we need to...
Can you go back down there, though?
Yeah.
Just for... Because upstairs, it, like, leads you to... Like, when you go up the stairs, it's a staircase and there's rubble.
Right.
But since this is, like, our first floor, is there... If you come towards, the player, like, your face, is there shit over here? Okay. And then it goes down.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing to the left. Okay. What about downstairs? Maybe? Or is it? I'm just trying to fill out the gaps in my brain.
Yeah. So that's obviously a clue for, like, some puzzle on this floor, but...
What about if you come towards the player now? Oh.
Oh, there's some long stuff in here.
Okay. It's with paint.
Okay, we have that. Oh, a long key and an old card reader. Yes. Okay.
I'm gaming.
Good job. Because I mean, eventually I think I would have come back here because this is how we would have to leave, but it would have been so long. Note, card writer. Jace, I finally had all the locks updated. The only resident that refused is that whack job in 14. Well, we'll see if the super can do something about him. Anyway, keep this remapper someplace safe. next time you lose your card, just hit the master button and swipe any of the spare room keys. It'll write the card and give you your house access. Any of those kids on the second floor give you shit again, you call me, yeah? Okay.
Okay.
So now... we have a master key.
Cool.
Alright, do we want to see if the key works here? Or do we
The
want to
long
go
key?
to the third floor? Yeah.
I
I
mean,
guess we're here.
Yeah, we're here. I'm glad that my brain was like, I need to fill these gaps. And I was just asking my tracing the perimeter need.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to help with that.
No, you're good, you're good.
I'm going to live in the chaos. Now we're going to go into so many useless rooms. I'll also say I like the set cameras. Like, the positioning is really good. You can see most of the room. There's still some areas that you can't see, which is actually something I really like in horror games.
Right. Like, it's giving you the optimum viewing of the space, but it leaves some questions unanswered.
Jesus.
Intracranial hematoma.
I don't even know what that means. Brain bleed?
Brain leak. Just like that battery.
Damn, dog. That's foreign to me.
I keep seeing the red light on whatever this is, and I keep thinking it's an item. We went in there. Oh, that's fun.
What is that sound? It's very, it's very faint. Was it just like metal rattling? I'm gonna turn my computer up now, it's gonna really scare me.
I think it might be the enemies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. You're right, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna turn my computer down now.
Yeah, classic Silent Hill. The monsters mess with radio waves. Huh.
Was that gate always open? That like
We've never been here before. This is a new floor.
oh, you're right. Because if it was our man would be sitting there.
Hey, buddy. Bullets!
Item, item, item.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. This place feels so suffocating. There's not a whole lot of rooms with windows. There have been some,
Yeah.
but all of them kind of have like bunker vibe.
I do wonder if the UK has rules on, like, living spaces have to have access to some sort of natural light. I don't know what that red line is. I think that it's just a graphical glitch. But it really stands out. Well, let's check out these hallways. Boy, just a whole lot of nothing on this floor.
Mm-hmm. I was so quiet because it was so quiet.
Okay, locked. Bro, you can't be drinking mercury. Diary entry. Wednesday, September 6th. Spent most of today helping Laura and little Chris move. Work on the old shopping center is due to start tomorrow, and she doesn't fancy her chances of Chris sleeping through the night with all that going on. They told the locals to keep their windows closed because they have people working around the clock. Not exactly making a good first impression if you ask me. Anyway, the work is slated for 2 months, and Laura's mom's taking them for a second one, so it shouldn't be too disruptive. It'll be nice having Chris around. Kids bring good vibes into the house, and he can't get enough of my old consoles. Oh, he's a gamer. Chris has taken to using the controller pretty well, but he still insists on tapping the CRT like it's a touchscreen. Honestly, it's just nice to have a player too. It's been years since I've played some of these games. Maybe I can convince Laura to join us for a game or two. I think I still have the multi-tap somewhere. Alright, we gotta find the multi-tap, because that's what's gonna bring in the big bucks when we get out of here.
Oh, yeah. In this retro gaming market? My God.
I mean, they were
That was
expensive when they were the modern consoles.
I was at a retro game shop. We went there twice when I was in Richmond. It was a cool spot. But just seeing, like... I mean, obviously, inflation, games, as time goes on, get more expensive because they become more rare or whatever. But went through a phase of collecting a lot of retro stuff in, like, 2011, 2012. And there was games that I bought then for, like, $4 or $5 maybe. That's probably being generous to the titles. And they're, like, 40, 50, 60 bucks now.
Nice.
And I was like, I don't even understand. Like, they're nothing of significance. I mean, like, they're not like, you know, a fully packed, beautiful, you know, Lunar 2 or something. That's just like, you don't see a lot of them.
Right.
Yeah, it was interesting, but it was cool to be like, to see all the stuff that you don't usually see. Oh. No,
Hey.
like,
You remember that day we got stuck at the sushi joint on 7? The whole street was locked down that night. Everyone was freaking out, calling their bosses, lawyers, loved ones. But you said you didn't care. Being trapped there with me, and as much sushi as you could eat. You said there was no better way to go. Family and Foch. You know, that was the first time anyone had called me that. Family. two of us. Making something from nothing. Progress. Let's see if this side has roof access.
Alright, so there's still stuff we can do in there. I don't know if we will have to or if those are optional things. But I want to like keep those in my mind. Notice to tenants. Dear valued tenants, we write to inform you of an important development regarding the residency at Gator House. As you are aware, the property has recently been acquired by Sherwood Estate Management and will undergo certain changes in the management and policies. During the acquisition, there will be an adjustment in the terms of occupancy and rental prices. Our aim is to enhance the living experience and ensure sustained quality of the premises. In light of this transition, we kindly request your attention to the terms attached. We understand the significance of this change and its impact on your living arrangements. Should you find it unsuitable to continue under the updated terms, we respect your decision to seek alternative accommodations. In such a case, we kindly ask that you notify us within the stipulated time frame to facilitate a smooth transition. We assure you that the transition process will be handled with the utmost care and consideration for your comfort and convenience. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation during this transition period. Sincerely, Mike Crew.
Oh, great. It's you.
Murderer. You have blood on your hands.
Look, I don't know what those things were.
Murderer.
Can you stop saying that? Fuck.
Murderer. That first one pretty hard.
How do you know that? What the fuck is this place?
I told you. Should have stayed where it was normal.
I can't be here. I have to get out. I have to get Sasha, and I have to get the fuck out of here.
Be careful what you wish for. Murderer.
Got a little... Was it Tisiphone in Hades? Hell yeah, brother.
What
Making
you
some
got?
bathtub gin. Yes.
Are you to tell me this render that looks slightly different than everything else around it I shouldn't take?
Always love that. There was an anime that I watched called Blue Seed, and they had a really great episode that was kind of a little parody episode, and one of the things that they spent time talking about was like how animes are made and how they use like cells, and you can see like different shading, and that's how you know that something is going to be interacted with. And they do a bunch of gags with them being like, oh, you know, this is clearly going to be a pit in the ground because you can see that the... oh, maybe I can burn it. You can see that the ground is like a different color, so it's going to fall away and there'll be a pit. And then, like, it would turn out that the ground that they were standing on was the pit and the other one was the, like, proper floor. I just always appreciate when like that exists and people like point it out and are like, this is silly, but here's why we do it.
Yeah. Or like, especially if it's like something that's like something that was like a solution for a particular problem, and it just becomes like industry standard, even though like the problem is no longer a problem. It's just like we've been doing it for so long, and it's just like it's just how it is.
Yeah. Like using floppy disks for save icons. Like, we don't need to do that. Okay, I originally thought that we would pour like the alcohol on here and burn it, but apparently that is not what we need to do. So let's see, we have alcohol. I guess we can go back up to the top floor because we now have the master key card.
Yeah.
We can check that one room, but we still don't have anything long to get that key. And I'm assuming that that key unlocks this one door down the other alley on this floor. What you thinking?
We're just thinking about how we have alcohol and a lighter, and we do have like debris in places, but like there's been nothing that's been like an indication of anything, right? Like we have like the boxes in the hallway, but that doesn't have like loose paper. If that this is my thought process making sense. Like we have two things to make things burn hot. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
It doesn't feel like we've seen anything that can burn, though, is what I'm hearing.
I don't think so. Except, like, I do think we need to get into that room, though, that has the growth on the door. Because otherwise, like, why have the lock there? It could have just been barred up. You know what I mean?
Right. It's so weird that there doesn't seem to be anything here. Huh. This is kind of the other thing that is a little... I don't know if it's frustrating, but like it doesn't feel like it works for me. Having the joke about like, Silent Hill is that every door is locked. And most of those doors are actually jammed, which means that like there's nothing here for you. Like this, we put this door here because these buildings would have doors here.
Right.
And so having all of these rooms in this game makes sense because it's an apartment complex. Like it would have quite a few different rooms. But it's so odd to me that we have gone into several of them and found nothing. And it kind of gets me in this weird place of like being paranoid that I've missed something or feeling like maybe a little bit apathetic about wanting to check each room because we've only found one thing in a bathroom, and that was the alcohol. And so it's just like, all right, do I really need to check all the kitchens? Do I really need to check all the bathrooms? Can I just run through the main rooms and call it good.
Yeah, for me, not playing, but like I'm like watching and looking. It is as like the player 2 bystander.
Right.
It's stressful because I'm like, okay, clearly we're allowed in here, right? And it's like what you're saying is like, where is it? So, and like all of our streams, the capture that I see is slightly darker than what stream sees. So I'm like making it as large as possible.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't do this earlier, but we probably should just... For number one, this game is already pretty dark. I'm going to bump up the brightness just so that it's visible on stream. Because I know that like one of the techniques of playing a Silent Hill game is sometimes you just shut your light off and run around. Oh, right. And you do that because monsters are less likely to attack you if you don't have your light on. But like, it was unusable where like that was not a viable strategy where we were. Here I feel like it's a little bit better.
Is that no, never mind. Can you pull up the map?
Yeah. Oh, that was weird.
Huh.
I see her eye in the background,
Yeah.
like blinking.
Okay, so we can't get into the room next to us. Can you zoom out? Which floor are we
Yeah.
on? Are we on floor 2?
Yeah, we're on the second floor right now.
Okay. I don't know. The door closest to us, though, that's red, is barred, right? Like, not key card.
It's weird. It is, you know what? Maybe we can open it now. But it doesn't matter because there's a hole in the wall right next to it.
Oh, that's true.
It is barred. So it's a thing where, like, yeah, it's blocked, but also it's kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. And then the other one across, the other one in the apartment complex. On this floor. Is that one we just haven't gone in, or is it blocked?
That's another complaint that I have. Like, this is blocked off. Let's see. Okay, we actually do have to engage with them for it to update our map. That's good to know and kind of frustrating. Because the entire purpose, like, I can understand having to get close to be like, oh, that door is locked. But, oh, have we not been in here? Alright, let's check this out and then we'll call it a stream. But, like, Signalis has a thing where you get close to the door and it just announces, like, X, you cannot come in here.
Oh.
Or lock, you need a
Hello?
key. Huh. But I kind of think that this game, with its technology, would benefit from something like that. Of just like, boy, this is quite the room.
Do you think there's gonna be a friend in there?
Are we gonna get welcome to the family?
This feels like you would get something in here. A story beat.
An encounter.
Oh, okay, an item.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, this room is very cool. is it just here to be cool?
I mean, hopefully we learn more about our friend on the phone. Maybe that'll give us context, because this could be their spot.
So my hypothesis is that whatever this thing that was a problem, that was like the epidemic, somehow fused with technology. And I think that we are talking to like the computer that Sherwood brought in. I feel like that kind of vibes with some of the like tech stuff, and I don't know. It feels like it is the pace for this game. It may not be. It may be a person who is like using the technology, but I don't know. We'll have to play more to find out. Okay, so as we wrap up, my notes are we still need a long rod to get the key. We think that key is for the locked door on the first floor. And we need to clear out the card reader from the gunk. I just wrote gunk. I don't know what we're calling these like weird growth things. But I feel like those are the pressing items for us right now.
Yes.
Anything else?
I can't think of anything at the moment.
That's fair.
I don't know. I feel like maybe because I've only been the spectator for Silent Hill, like, but of course, like, this isn't Silent Hill. But I feel like should we be getting more flavor text from like letters and things? Because I feel like there's always like weird, like like I'm thinking about like Crow Country too. Like we would walk in and like have like interactables that would just give us further context. Where here I feel like, well, I think perhaps it's because I'm not playing, so we might have a different perspective. But I feel like I'm wanting, even if it's not, answers to what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like,
I feel like we've gotten some decent ones that are on
I guess as we
background.
flip through it, this feels more significant than my brain was recalling. So that could be because
I think it's a little bit of both. Like, I do feel like there should be more, but also Silent Hill uses letters. I should also say I brought us into the just chatting screen. Chat can't see any of this.
I'm not looking at it.
But I feel like Silent Hill uses a ton of notes because it will leave really small tidbits or just kind of like one-offs or nothings on the notes. Like you'll get kids' drawings and you're like, wow, you know what I learned from this? This kid's pretty messed up. Like that's kind of it. I feel like most of the things that we have found have been fairly substantial with like letting us know what's going on at Gator House and what's going on with the Sherwood group. We've had a few that are kind of information-y with like, oh, this lady's birth date was this, and then we use that to solve a puzzle. So I do kind of feel like it is lighter than Silent Hill, but I also don't know that it's doing the same thing that Silent Hill is trying to do with how it uses notes as like clues and keys and things like that.
I don't know. I'm perplexed.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this though. I'm really I'm unfamiliar with the other body of work, the other release.
Mhm.
So I don't know how. I mean, it could be a very different game, but usually developers have like a preference of how they like to communicate to the player, no matter the genre. That you can choose your own adventure, you know. But this feels like very much like an homage.
Yes.
Like there doesn't seem to be, other than the setting being, I think fairly unique for a future space. Because it's not, I feel like this, you can trip down the sci-fi route like really quick with the cyberpunk kind of future tech. But it feels very much to like very much a genre homage. Like
Yeah.
there's no confusing that for me.
Yeah, this feels very. I've just forgot the name, but I think it's like the Woods Apartments in Silent Hill 2, where you are just going back and forth from room to room, down hallways, upstairs. It feels very reminiscent of that. And also I'm aware that like that is an area where a lot of people got stuck. So it's not surprising to me that we are like still working on it and trying to figure out the language of the game. We have only played 2 hours of it.
Yeah. And I've been distracting you.
Yeah, that's fine. Like these games, like, it is a little bit about figuring out the language and spacing and timing, and also just like this game is doing things that are different, and so we got to figure that out. Their previous game, I will just speak for Chasing Static because that's the one that I've played, was a first-person horror exploration game, and so like it used notes very differently because notes were everything. Like there weren't really people that you could talk to, so you just had to find a note that said like, here's what happened, and this group went this way, and we haven't heard from them since. And that makes sense, and that was a little bit of what I was expecting, but so far it seems okay, even if I am kind of like, more please.
Right. More, please. Yeah, I'm excited to come back to this. We're doing this next Tuesday as well, right?
Yeah, I think that our plan is to try and get through this in October. If we finish early, maybe we do like another scary game for a little bit, but since it is the spooky season, we figured we would just try to knock this one out, get through it, and just stick with some scary games for a little bit. Which also makes sense. There are so many games that are in the vein of like Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
Totally.
You know, I don't want to just play those games during October, but when we were getting close, I was like, we should probably talk about it. We should probably play something that's a little scary.
Why not?
Okay.
And it gets me to experience games that I might not gravitate towards on my own, but it's like really fun to like share, like whether it's me playing Crunchy, you know what I'm trying to say?
I do.
The Crow Town, doing. Like, I played that, which is not something I would have played before, and then getting to see you play this, and then, like, I can watch streams or whatever, but this definitely feels more tangible than like, other potential stream scenarios, so.
Yeah, I enjoy play-alongs. I think that watching a stream or somebody play a game, like a Let's Play, is fun. I do kind of like that you can just be like, hey, wait a minute, go check this. And it may be nothing, or it might be something big, like you got us back on track with going into the utility room and busting open that lock. So it's nice. It's nice to have other eyes there.
Yeah. Games are good.
Games are good.